So good morning, good afternoon for all of those of you that have stopped by the Coach's Corner. All right, y'all, we got to crank up our faith and get ready to do the impossible and see the invisible. Now let's talk about the basis for faith, because we all believe in something. The question is what you believe in standing the test of authenticity? Got tongue tied right there. Is your faith genuine? You know, in the Bible it talks about having the God kind of faith that call things that be not as though they were. It didn't say that call things that are as though they did not exist. So let's talk about cranking up your faith, getting ready to accomplish bigger things, better things, and doing the impossible while seeing the invisible. This is the Coach's Corner. How you doing? Yeah. One of my favorite shows is Wendy Williams, and I like to say today, how you doing? Yeah, that's the man's version. How you doing? Cranking up your faith is very, very important, but let me tell you this. Every time you say you're going to do something positive, every time you say you're going to do something spiritual, you can always bank on this. There's going to be a test of authenticity. So if you say out of your mouth, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. Or if you say out of your mouth something that you want to correspond with how you see. Let's, for instance, say that you believe that you're going to get a new car. I'm just using this for an example. You're going to get a new car. You've never had a new car before. You've had cars that were almost new, but you've never had a brand new car. So you say it out of your mouth, and so maybe a period of time passes, and you start confessing it and declaring it, and you start looking at it. You see, all of these things are the proper corresponding actions that go along with faith. What really bothers me about faith for a lot of people is that they don't never find out what the corresponding action is to show spiritually, psychosocially, they believe. But if you say you have faith, you say, I want to have a brand new car, what happens is the pressures of life that are already going to happen, now we're just going to pretend for a moment, perk their ears to someone with focus and direction, and go to see about such a word. Let's imagine with me here now, because I know some of y'all so far in church you can't get the example, but just come with me just for a quick second. You want a new car, and so the I don't want to say what I want to say, because this program is not church based, because some of y'all are so churchified you can't get sanctified for real, because you so far out there, you're too plastic. So I try to keep things in an inspirational, motivational way for a reason. You want a new car, you said it out of your mouth to your girlfriend, your family, you declared it. This is just something that you really believe it's time for a new car. The elements around you, the environment around you perk up to and hear the words that you have declared out. You didn't declare war, because that means you don't want an old car. That means you don't want to buy here, pay here. That means you don't want a used car. You want a new car. And you've begun to do your homework. You've gotten online and all of that. And so now the test comes in many folds. And number one, the test comes because someone may kind of slight you and say, oh, girl, you know, somebody call you and say, hey, I got a deal over here, but you want a new car. You want a new car. And so you're cranking up your faith. You know what I'm saying? You working it. You know what I'm saying? You've got information. You visit showrooms. Yeah, your credit is not where you want it, but you know what? You're still not giving up, because you want a new car. You believe it. You've had enough of old cars. You don't just want because you want. You've had enough of old cars. You're ready now for that new car, a new engine, new tires, the whole nine. All right? So the test comes in a multiplicity format to test the authenticity of what you said you declared. It's not God testing you. It's not Satan testing you. It's the natural order of the power of words. If you say that you are going to change your atmosphere and your environment for the better in any dimension, particularly spiritually and particularly in a family dynamic and particularly when it comes to your material gain and wealth and well-being, you are going to run into the authenticity test, of which must meet with your faith being cranked up, worked out, muscles, tone, protein, shake, driven, carbohydrate, burning, fat, burning, trimmed. Your faith got to be up there on top of things. So when you meet the authenticity test, what's going to happen is you're going to pass the entry level test. Yeah, you're going to pass the entry level. Somebody slights you, say, girl, man, you don't have to. No, you're going to pass that. And then you're going to get the car. And you're going to think the test is done. No, it's not. Anytime you're trying to go to a place where you've never, ever been, you're going to still stand in the midst of a test for authenticity to either finalize that you truly believe or to grow you, continue to grow you into what you declared to be so. I get so sick of folks just, oh God. I get so sick of folks misspeaking when it comes to faith. Now, if you've got the God kind of faith, that's a whole nother conversation. We could talk about that another time. We're just talking about the fact that you've got to work your faith out. And anytime you declare that you want to have a change, particularly when it comes to covenant items, because, when you buy a car, that's a covenant. Hello, that's a contract. Oh, let me just finish that thought. So one of the other authenticity tests that's going to come is this. Oh, I can't afford the payment. Well, there was a test before that. Let me tell you what the test is. You may want a new car, but you may not be ready for the car that you think you want, but you may be able to get a new car. And so will you be humbled or humiliated is one of the tests that you're having when you're sitting at that desk in that auto dealership. Will you be humble? I'm going over my time on purpose today because we've upgraded our accountant. So we want to make sure you get this daily word. You're going through that test right there at the dealership right there. And I hope that you passed it. I hope that you didn't bite off more than you could chew. I hope that you didn't lie. I hope you didn't falsify any documents so that you can get something that would impress somebody else and then call it faith. And then when it gets taken away, get caught in the thicket of humiliation, all because you didn't pass the test of authenticity. And yes, your faith was working out, but when you came to one of the tests, you failed it. And then there's another test, of course, afterwards when you get the car home, and, months go by and you run into some problems financially or somebody speeds around you. There's all kinds of tests you go through when you're trying to do something outside the norm. And I want to ask you, is faith cranked up and are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? Okay, you say you want to stop beating on women. Well, go get you some damn counseling then. Don't sit there and say you're going to stop doing it. Don't apologize to the woman no more. And we understand anger. No, we don't understand domestic violence. But get off your ass and go see a counselor. Go get some help. So you say you want to stop getting high and you want to finish college. Get off your behind and go. And that's another thing. In every workout of your faith, you got to have a sparring partner because we don't want to trust ourselves alone, that we're going to have the lean, the muscle tone, the fitness, the accuracy, the rightness of the exercises of our faith and fool around and hurt ourselves. Listen, you know I love this. You know I love this. But listen. Work your faith until you can't work it no more. That's right. Work your faith on a headache. Work your faith on your new car that you want. But let me tell you this. When you say you want it, be ready for a test. Follow me on Spreaker, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. I'll see you next time.